Greetings, one and all. Codeweaver here again to play some afternoon games with you, and we're going to continue right where we left off last game, which was just a few hours ago. I was in the middle of playing Stranded Deep, and I am going to, or was going to finish off the story missions that I know of, to my knowledge, and we already had a teaser actually. As of, hang on, gotta click a button here. We're going to go to Gaming Cam, and we're going to switch over to the game, which is already loaded and ready to play. We have already actually visited at a distance our current target, which was a very large shipwreck, an enormous one, sitting above the horizon, way at one end of my map, and I'm going to go there now, because it's time. Now, as you can see, it's dawn, so I'm going to head out that direction now. I was tempted to head out in the middle of the night, but yeah, we're not going to do that. We're just going to head out now. Because it is quite a trip there, and we're going to use gas in order to get there. We may have to sail back, but I'm more interested in getting there faster. So hang on a minute. Let's just get out of the bay, as it were, under sail power, because we have to head a very, very far distance north, which is not in this direction. So let's drop that for a second. We're out past the island. We're going to do a hard turn me in this way till we are pointing north, roughly there. Let's get sailing. That is totally not sufficiently north. It's not even barely northwest. But let's get out past the island here. We are, in fact, going to head north. Alright. I guess I've got charming, delightful tunes from much beloved musicals stuck in my head. So, anyway, here we go. So, during our last run, we went in search of our second critter that we wanted to take out, and I didn't know if I would be able to do it, and I ended up being able to do it in the last session. And then, just on a whim, whoops, we're caught in a rock, so I got to sort that out first. Just on a whim, I decided to, because I had sufficient time, that I would go and get some materials to replace the arrows I'd lost, the blow dart spear gun arrows, and put together an arsenal and went after Beastie number 3, and we are still stuck because reasons. Oh, because I don't have the sail down, because I'm an idiot. Are we headed north? We're heading roughly north. That'll be good enough to be able to steer. We then went after the third Beastie, if for no other reason, just because I wanted to see basically what it was like and whether or not I could do something about it. And it turned out that I was able to take that out reasonably easily, and because I kind of cheesed the big bad evil on number 3, I got most of my arrows back, and so we are in a position, basically, without doing a lot of resource management, to just go out and just see what the this last target was. But on the route to number 3, actually, before I even got out to Beastie number 3, I accidentally went the wrong direction to a target I knew was on the map, but that was not actually target number 3. It was just in the wrong direction I went. Flying south to get flying north to get the south-going birds. I saw at a distance what I can only presume, and I have had at least some vague hints on, is kind of the last target that I need to get to. So I turned around and went home. Well, I reloaded and went home, but then I went the other direction, found Beastie number 3, and dealt with it. We are now back on track to find that last target. And from the last video, it's not much of a surprise. Spoilers! It is a very, very large ship on the horizon. Something extremely large, well above the waterline, multiple stories most likely. I'm thinking, cruise ship, aircraft carrier, something like that, something big. Given the military nature of a lot of the crashed craft in this game, or at least the industrial nature at best, probably not a cruise ship. thinking more aircraft carrier. So that's what we're going for. Because we have all three aircraft parts, but they don't show up as buildable things or items in my inventory. So I can only imagine that they're sort of special quest items, the things that we got for taking out the big bad beasties. And so I'm betting that the next thing we have to do is probably there. But as an added bonus, one of the interesting things that I discovered, or we discovered when we were watching, I got to correct my course here a bit. I may just sail most of the way there because it's just a little bit more fun and I can talk a bit when I'm not motoring along at much faster speeds, ironically. So, hang on, just going to adjust here. How are we doing? A little bit more. Try to head due north and basically thread, well, not quite due north, just a little bit west of north is this corridor of open ocean. Yeah, so during my trip to the southern end of all of this, and I'm thinking I came too far east, so I actually have to go on to the port side of this island, I'm guessing. When I went south and got all the way to one of the ring islands on the edge, I found a shelter built not in a style that I could build, but aesthetically, effectively, somebody else had built a shelter, and their skeleton was in it, and they had some sundry items in a box there, and they had a spear and a stone axe. So it was basically someone like me who got trapped out here, built a shelter, but died on the island. I have never seen that in this game. I guess the last time I played this and went to all the islands that I could, it was so far back in time because I don't know when that was added to the game. But it's a small thing because it just hints at the story elements, and there's nothing to do there except to see that this has happened. I hope they add more story elements. That would be the kind of thing where you could put oh look, hey whale buddy, I should give you a name. I love my whale buddy. He keeps me company on these long journeys. I know the team that works on this isn't super big in it and anything. The game's been out for quite a while. I certainly have enjoyed playing it, even despite some of the control weirdnesses I kind of wish they'd fix, but that's all right. The thing that I would like to see this game do, though, is a bit more in the story department. For example, like some of the beasties would have been almost impossible for me to accidentally stumble across. They're incredibly, at distance, they're incredibly hard to spot unless you're constantly scanning with the binoculars and you're just crisscrossing every inch of the ocean. Doing this without a hint would be really hard. I think I'm going too far northwest now, so I'm going to tuck it in a bit. Because there's this corridor of no islands to the sort of north-northwest that I'm trying to thread myself down without getting lost. I'd like to see more story elements that involve, I don't know, you know what? Notes in bottles or notes on shelves would be nice. That lead you to maybe, the cartographer's map. Why not take that, slice that up, even if it's programmatically, and put pieces of it in special, boxes or whatever, submerged boxes, distributed around the islands so that you can so that you don't actually have to go into the cartographer and get a copy of the map that way, should you choose to want a map, which I've done in order to make the play of this online somewhat expedient. Streaming it somewhat expedient. I think that would be a great idea. Just chop up the map and put it out there as pieces of things to discover, so that eventually what you can get is in-game a map of the world that you're in. You don't have to have it with like a live radar update blip on it, just a picture. Just that you don't have to sort of doodle it out yourself. And I mean, I've gone to great pains, as you've seen in some of my videos, to lay out sort of a network of stick-based arrows that all point back to my home island, which helps me. If I get lost, I can just land on an island. Oh, look, there's the ship. And if I get lost, I land on an island, find out where the rough direction I have to go in order to get back home, and eventually it's almost inevitable that I will end up back home, even if it takes me a while. If I'm doing really badly at navigation, with a picture of like a map that you gathered in pieces, kind of like you used to gather the map for Montalban and the treasures and whatever in Sid Meier's Pirates. You could then use that map and the compass manually. Literally take a screen cap of the sort of in-game map, if you like, and go and doodle on it outside the program if that's your ballywick, or just eyeball it. Or you could even have it so that when you land on an island, then it circles that island for you. But when you're out in the open ocean, it doesn't do anything. Like, you could make the automation of that map as a sort of radar very limited in order to preserve the you have to learn to navigate part of this game. But what it could do is part of those maps could show the location of the beasties that are part of the story, right? So that you at least had an inkling of where to look for it, because I did have an inkling of where to look for them, and it was a bit tough to spot them, and I'm pretty practiced at navigating around this. I mean, I'm certainly not perfect, as some of my videos have shown, but I do okay. And I would really I'd like to see that as part of the game. I'd like to see the oil rigs back, because you could actually stuff messages in them as one of the things. And I think oil rigs would add more interest to the landscape. Because they did have them at one point in this game. And I thought they were a neat addition. More variety in the islands. I mean, that's the one thing Raft as a game I think did better, is that the islands were a little bit more varied, but maybe not a whole lot. So maybe that's a small quibble, but it would be nice to have a little bit more variety. I love the fact that I'm about to go up and see this magnificent, clearly an aircraft carrier or a piece of one. How neat would it be to just encounter something unusual out there? Like, two of the creatures were basically underneath. One was underneath a buoy, and one of which was near big underwater ship. Put something in the ship, maybe. Have more, or have one of them against an oil rig. I don't know. Mix it up a little bit. It's not bad. I guess they did make a difference between those two things, but the way I found it was pretty much the same. I don't know. Needs to be a bit more variety, but thing is, the visuals of this game are top notch. The building mechanics are really pretty good for building like a place to live. Like, I'm just having fun using this as a Lego environment to build a little lodge, just because I feel like it. I guess that's another thing about this, is most of that is not required to play the game, and I mean, that's fine if you want to add this big chunk of the building system that is not required for gameplay, to add a second level of gameplay or an alternate version of gameplay. But there's no point in me building my lodge. It has nothing to do with the game. It's just fun. I guess that's the Minecrafty part of this. I kind of wish there was a little bit more point in building a lodge. Maybe, I don't know, or building a larger structure. These are all sort of wish list things, because I love the game. I'd like it to be better, but I know that's it might change the nature of the game. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe one of you can tell me what you think about it. But if all you want to do is turn it into Raft, then don't bother, because Raft already exists. Clearly, this has its own. It is its own thing. So we are here. Wow, that's like 4 or 5 levels plus everything above deck. Wow. Okay. Like, all I can say to this is new rules. Like, I don't know what to expect here. But what I am going to do very quickly is I'm going to leave most of my stuff here. But I am going to take weaponry. So I've got 16 and 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. So I'll take a full stack. Because why not? I'll leave most of my other weaponry here, but I will take this, and I will take this, the water container, in case I'm going to be up there a while. Oh my stars! I should have brought materials to build a sleeping area here, and I didn't, and I feel a bit foolish about that, because I'm not going to be able to save while I'm here. Okay. Just lower that because that makes me nervous. All right, let's do a little due diligence and just get a few materials, sort of pile a few materials there. Just gonna walk around the base and see if I can find anything of interest. So I don't have the palm leaves. I feel very foolish that I didn't bring palm leaves. Hopefully there's a place to save upstairs, or this is going to be a problem. Really don't want to kill you because I don't want to deal with the meat. See if we can just skitter around the edge of this. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Hello. Oh, you are, but let's grab you. Suppose we can grab a stick. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Let's just grab the stick and let's just book it. Grab that as well. So I can make rope, maybe, but I don't have the palm leaves I need to make the lean-to, so. Okay. But I do have barrels, so that's interesting. Hope nothing on board this thing kills me, because that would be kind of, oh, flibble to gibbet. I am going to have a very hard time finding all of those items. Okay, people, here's what we're going to do. We are going to revert back to the previous save, just when I was setting out. I'm going to bring palm leaves, and I'm going to build a place to sleep on this island. Because it's either that or spend the next 15 minutes trying to find all those boxes that just got launched by the physics system. That happens, I guess, because when I wander back into the area, the physics system activates things that I'm approaching, which should be stable, and most of the time are, but occasionally aren't. How rude. So I will use the gas-powered system this time because I have less to ramble on. I already rambled quite a bit on the way out. So, but look at that. My laptop on which I'm monitoring the stream is just about out of power. How about if I fix that? That's a novel concept. There we go. All right, here we are. It's dawn. We're about to leave on this little adventure. We've got all the stuff except we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. This one, hopefully, no, it's not one of the empty ones. Find me one of the empty ones. No. There we go. We need rope. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 sticks of wood. Now I could probably get the wood while I'm there, but I don't want to actually. Yeah. All right. So Oh, and we're gonna want one of those. Because I made like a million extras because I am an idiot. I'm being really sloppy about this. All right, there's another open one. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, I think, for the hang on. What do I need in order to build the shelter? It's been a while. So I need 3 for that, plus 4 palm leaves plus a rope. I've got that. Actually, I have 4 sticks, but I'm going to need 4 sticks for the fire. So what I need is 3 sticks, extra sticks for the shelter. I've already got the kindling, so that I don't need to pack that. So there's 7. I'm going to need 3 rocks because I'm going to want to build the stone circle around it like I do everything else. All of the other campfire sites, I mean. Alright, what's in my last thing? Is this an empty or does it have space? It does not have space. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't have a whole lot of spare room. But that should be enough. No fruit at this time, so we'll just have to rely on our water canister. We are down a little bit of water. Yoink. We are down a little bit of food. But you know what? Let's take a large meat with us. And then we can just eat it closer to the end of the day. So that'll be fine. So we're really only water bound is our primary crisis here. Oh, except I want to eat a little right now, actually. So just because I feel like doing it at the... Do I need to... No, I don't really need to eat it right now. That's fine. What am I talking about? All right, here we go. I am babbling because I want to do this right this time. Let's see if we can do this. We are getting really close to dawn here, so. All right, retrieve the anchor, hoist sail, hard turn to get us pointed towards the north end of the island instead of the south end of the island. In fact, as soon as we come around this horn sufficiently, we're going to hop out, lower that, pull that out. Get ourselves reoriented. Not quite that much. Oh my goodness. All right, come on. Come on. All right. All right, so where is north? North is roughly there. We do want to head about north-northwest, which we're actually kind of heading along, so that's actually not a bad thing. All right, let's book it. I'll feel much safer being able to save the game out there anyway. And actually, truth be known, I'll feel safer having gotten there really early in the day, or really early after leaving on a full stomach with full water. Effectively more time to explore. I'm going to turn a bit more north. We actually have passed by just now the location of one of the beasties. We're doing okay. Which again, I probably would have never found out unless I'd roughly known. Well, that's not true. Actually, really early on in an off-stream session, I passed nearby it. Wondered what it was. Guessed it was an important thing, but I was in the middle of doing resource gathering, so just made a note of it. So it is fair to say you could accidentally stumble into some of these special areas. But it would be pretty hard to have spotted where I found either of the other two beasties unless you knew where to look. Really tiny presence above water. Oh, there it is. Really slowly changing course. This one you would almost certainly notice if you went far enough north on my map. It would be visible on the horizon from any of the nearby 5 islands. Even if only as a shadow from, say, that one, which I think is the most distant. I wonder if, actually, once I get on board this thing, I'll find evidence or maps or pinpoints that point at the other sites. Because then that would counteract my complaint that there's no evidence of where these things are. And if I'd encountered this earlier in my play, that would have led me to the other things and then back here. Oh. How forward-thinking about this this story mission were you, developers? Let's find out. In any case, I'm just happy to be able to explore this thing. I think it'll be fun. Good reason not to leave your boxes on board the ship, though. Alright, let's slow that down, preserve the last of our fuel. Interesting to investigate the subsurface. After I'm done with everything else in here. So we're going to do that, we're going to do that. Take all the boxes and we're going to actually offload them out here. So that they can't spring up into Nowheresville. So I am going to take with me, no, first thing I'm going to do is build. So we need, not that, not that, yes that, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 of those. We need a box not to fall off into the ocean, because that'd be a thing. So this and the rope should get me, not that, the shelter. One rope. Oh, did I not pick it up out of that? No, I didn't. Yeah, there we go. And I'm gonna break with tradition about aiming this explicitly at the where I came from, because just because of the shape of the land here is just not really congenial to that sort of thing. So all right, so here we go. We're gonna build the fire, and we're gonna build the ring. We are then gonna pull out of storage one of the many kindlings I accidentally made back at home, and that's gonna go there. We're going to then save the game. Now, I'm going to take the food with me in case I need it. I'm going to take the water with me and the axe in case I need it, and the knife. I am also going to take a weapon with me because I really don't know what I'm going to encounter here, and I might as well take a full stack of arrows. Now, that's a lot of things to keep, so I'm not going to be able to punt a whole lot of, or bring a whole lot of things back with me. But now, I did walk around this, and I didn't see much of interest last time I was here, so just for the sake of expediency, I'm not going to go through that again. I am, however, going to take a look around the wreck and see if I can find anything interesting. Not like that, apparently. Okay, try this again. There we go. Okay. All sealed up. It would be nice if we get across to the other half, but I'm guessing it's... Yeah, okay, so we're not going to be able to get in there. That's fine. We should be able to get upstairs, though. Alright. Good chunk of this is not traversable. Or is the pity. It would be fun to actually have this a little bit more explorable, but... Really awesome this is here, like super awesome. Okay, so they have expressly led you, that is super cool. Expressly led you to one specific door. Oh wow. Cutscene. Sirens in the background are not part of this. I live in a city. Occupational hazard of streaming in a city. Unless I have a microphone that can pick up a flea's flatulence across the park. Right, anyway, this could be my way to escape Pacifica. Repair the plane engine, repair the plane propeller, repair the plane cockpit, stock food, water, and fuel. Okay. That's where I store water. That's where I store food. All right, that's fine. That's fine. This is interesting. All right. Well, before I muck with that, because I really seriously want to muck with that. So that's effectively my way home. Whatever else I do, this is an impetus to be able to generate a lot of food to and get it here before it rots. But I mean, I got piles. I mean, from a food perspective, all I really need is all that food that I got stashed that I cooked, the crab meat and all that. I don't need it to be like fruit or anything, and it's not going to go bad. So food isn't a problem. Water, I would have to get here in sufficiently large quantities, but I could probably do that with enough clay pots. And gasoline, I would have to transport in all those gas cans. Ooh, gyrocopter parts. So this is where I start getting other interesting bit here. So repair the plane engine, repair the plane propeller. Okay, so let's... I need a hammer. I do not have a hammer. All right then. That's fine, because actually I'm not intending on escaping right now. This is the way I finish the game. So what I will probably do then is I will start actually prepping this, but not actually getting the last vestiges of this, because I don't actually want to leave the game yet. I don't want to sort of end the game. If I do, I'll do it on stream, just so that everybody can share in that. But what I really wanted to do to get here was pick up that gyrocopter part. Where did I put it? Here. Gyrocopter part. Gyrocopter part. Gyrocopter part. Oh, I wanted the gyrocopter parts. Can I go up? Is there an up to go to? Can I explore other aspects of this craft? Maybe not. Maybe I can't actually get to I can't get to the bridge? That seems really sad. Of course, I could get there maybe once I can fly up there. So that's a potential thing. But how rude is this? I actually want to be able to get up here. And I can't. Alright, so I have a new mission. Are those barrels that I can bring downstairs? No. Get up on them? No. It is literally preventing me from going to other parts of this craft for any story reason. That's just where I came from. So this is the hangar. I want to go and look at other parts of this thing, but I can't. Okay, so no sense lamenting that. So what I need to do is start outfitting this. But now I have the gyrocopter part, so that's a thing. Oh, can I? Actually, I'm going to head back real soon. And I'm not super starving, so what does a large meat actually fill up? So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 10, between 8 and 10 big meats. I already have that. So I can bring that over and stock up on that. The water is going to be the harder thing because I only have 2 jugs worth of 2 clay jugs in order to supply that. So I'll have to make many trips to sort that out. And the fuel, I can do in as many containers as I like. But the thing with the water is I can't use fuel containers to transport it because the game isn't that smart. And, you know, the cans could just be rinsed out and I could take them as water. But that's their intent is for me to either transport many times. Yeah, see, I could land up there. It's either to transport many times or build quite a few more clay jugs than I currently have. I could actually build more clay jugs. It is going to take me a while to generate that much fuel, though. This just gives me a shortcut out back to the ocean. All right. Okay. I've got enough water and I've got enough food, and I've got five doses of water in this canister. So I'm going to do what I just did with the food and see how far one full clay pot gets me. Same modus. It gives me an idea of the number of trips I'll have to make, because at the moment it looks like I'll have to make 10 full round trips just to get all the no, wait a minute. I can carry a lot of that food all at once. The water I'll have to do piecemeal, though. So water here. All right. 1. Oh. I just need to bring 1 more of those. Okay. It's just the food that's the problem. All right. I'm going to head back right now for a couple of reasons. One, I want to build a gyrocopter, and I know all of you want to see me build the gyrocopter. I'm going to build a gyrocopter. Now, I'm given to understand... Okay, again, I called this blind. I guess it's technically not actually that blind. Because I do know that... or at least I've heard hints that the gyrocopter does not have the greatest range in the world. It may not be able to fly me all the way out here in one go, which means it might still be more efficient for me to transport the fuel using the ground. But I still want to build a gyrocopter because it'll be fun. And although I have been. So the reason I know about it is because it used to be in the game way back when I used to play this. Now, I never built it then either, but I at least knew of its existence. And so through the grapevine over the years, because this game's been around forever, that it doesn't have the greatest range in the world. Probably not enough to get all the way to the outer section of the map. I'm not sure. I'll have to try. Like on one tank, I mean. All right, so let's figure out what we're doing here. Let's figure out what we are doing here. We are definitely coming back here. So what that means is I don't need. I can leave some of this stuff behind. Do I even want to bother leaving any of this behind though? Maybe not. Let's put the. We definitely know we're not going to need this. So you are my spear guns, you are tools, you are food. Let's take that out and let's actually consume that so we're not carrying it. I'm going to leave a container here because I might want to transport it. This I picked up while we were here. There's probably another wreck here, but I don't want to go wreck hunting just this minute. Water. Water, knife. All right, what do we got? We're not going to need this with me out here. We can leave that back where we came from. We're going to leave that back on the main island too. I'm going to take that back with me just as a matter of habit. And I'll take that back with me because I need to fill it. But I'll actually leave the 2 empty containers here because I may need to transport something at some future point. So away we go. We are going to book it back for our home island, if we can find it. I suppose one thing about the physics system not being as exact as I would like it, or as polished as I'd like it, is the ability to flick things around like nobody's business. All right, so I need to head north. Well, that's actually that way. All right, which means drop that for a second. Oh, did I accidentally launch the no? Okay, so my light is still there. Oh, actually, I don't want to head north. I want to head south. I actually want to head that way between all of the islands. I'm an idiot. All right. That is more or less due south. Let's at least get ourselves on the way so we're outside of shark territory. A couple other islands I can explore here should I see fit, but let us use what fuel we have to accelerate this process. Let's just get going home. Now I'm going to want to head south for the most part, but kind of a little bitty south-southeast or south-south-southeast, basically to be able to get back home. I'm basically going to be following the moon, I think, which is weird. Let me just make sure I'm headed in the right direction, because yeah, we kind of are. Okay, that moon is just rising, so I presume it probably rose over in the east a little bit, and it's coming up, and I'm going to arc and come back down. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's book it. We're not going to be able to book it very far, though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on purpose, let's check the dials. We're going in a pretty good direction. That's the end of the fuel. Fortunately, I have to do the rest of this by sail, but that's okay. We are headed about the right direction. Just have to keep an eye out for the right islands. I don't think it's that one. Such a lovely game. I don't even have this in the highest graphics settings. I'm sure it would be slightly prettier if I cranked everything up and I had a even better graphics card, but I just don't need it. I mean, this is more than lovely enough. Just made really good use of the hardware. So this is exciting. I've never built the gyrocopter. I've never gotten to that carrier. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a whole new sort of layer of playing. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly refill my glass of bubbly while I'm sailing. And I am even going to take the slightly risky move of leaving my computer alone while I do this, because why not? So hold on for a few seconds. Of course, nobody's actually in the chat room to hear this, but I will be back in a few seconds. I'm just going to get myself another big swig of bubbly from the other room because I have my microphone cranked all the way up. You hear me all the way out here. No, this is not my day job. I'm just doing this for fun, so fun I shall have. It also means you can hear the sirens from outside my building because I don't have sound baffling in the walls. Also means you can hear me rummaging around my kitchen. Alright. So I have a real life. That's a total lie. But I do have a real apartment in any case. What did I do with the... Oh, I thought I had my potato chips in here, and I don't. You don't get to hear my potato chip crunching. Said you would hear me munch on a little bit of licorice, which actually I have found a really... Oh, is that my... That might actually be my island on the horizon. I found a raspberry licorice I quite like. It's RJ's Soft Eating Licorice. Raspberry flavored. I'm not really big on black licorice. I usually go for Twizzlers, but specifically Twizzlers, the red Twizzlers that I get in Canada. I'm not really fond of red vines. They're not really my flavor. But these are closer to Canadian red raspberry Twizzlers. Kind of chewy licorice, except instead of being... anyway, it doesn't really matter what they're like. I think that's Container Island over there. Which should actually mean that if that's not my island, we're really, really close to it. Pretty sure that's my island, and what I'm seeing is a silhouette of my lodge with trees in front of it. So we got a mission. To build a gyrocopter and to get all but the last bit of water on that plane. I actually don't want to, like, I'm pretty sure that effectively, completely filling up that plane, getting on board will mean that's it. I can leave Pacifica, this chain of islands. The game is effectively over, and I will have, quote, won, as it were. And I kind of don't want to do that because I know I can. I just don't want to do it in case it like locks me out of actually just sort of playing the game. Because I still want to build a few things. But I think that's a little ways ahead of us. So let's go and get prepped. So among the things I want to do, these are all, I'm going to have to spend some time here. Okay, got a few things to sort out then. Don't have any meat to put in the smoker this time around. So drop all those off. Actually add you're fine, but you I'm leaving behind because I don't need you, and you I'm leaving behind because I don't need you, and you I'm going to pull these two things out because I'm going to find homes for them. Gyrocopter parts, alright, so we need to power on water. We are definitely not full up. Okay, so we got a new slight problem. And that we need all of the water, and we have none of the water. So we're gonna have to wait for that to generate some water. We're a little bit down on these, so we're gonna need more of those. We are going to, how are we on food? We're actually pretty dandy on food. Let's save. What does it take to actually build the gyrocopter? Let's figure that out right the heck now. So in order to build a gyrocopter, we need a gyrocopter base, a gyrocopter seat. Oh, sorry, what's a gyrocopter base? Requires a gyrocopter part. So each of these requires just a gyrocopter part, except for the motor. So okay, but we have to solve the water crisis first. Too many things to do. We need to bring one of those with us, so let's just have that with us. No, we're going to here because we're dropping off one of those. We are going to drop off the label makers in the label maker container. We are going to nip out to, see, I have 4 things of fuel here, so I'm going to bring all of those with me next time. Ooh, right, I'm going to harvest the potatoes as well. Alright. Daisy chain of problems, right? So, let's start by at least getting these up to the halfway point so that I don't lose them. Because that would be a nuisance at this juncture. I need 3 more in this section, so 1, 2, 3. There, there, and there. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I can put that down, but now I need to replenish all of these to make sure I have enough water. I don't want to risk waiting for rain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so I'm gonna be spending almost all of these, which means I gotta spend some time harvesting these now. So okay, so you, I need one more to get you completely full. You, I need one more to get completely full, and you, I need. You're good. Okay. Okay. Don't want to be caught with too few. We can. I need my axe. I need my axe. There's my axe. So, we're not going to need a lot of these right now. We need more than we have. Okay. So just give us a nice little safety net. I don't even have enough of these to make rope for any rope-based projects that I might have, so I do want a little bit of leeway on these. Okay. Actually don't normally take the time to go into all these little back corners and pick out little snippets of on my own island. I haven't had to do that in a while, but I'm gonna do it this time because I don't want to leave the island just yet while I'm in the middle of doing this stuff. So that gave me actually quite a few spare. So I'm happy about that, but I also have no more left in the island, so I have to be careful that if I need more or I'm in danger of needing more, I'm gonna have to boot it to another island to do a quick grab just of that alone. Okay, let's do this thing. Let us do this thing. I am going to build. No, not the wood raft base. We need gyrocopter base. And now I realize what I'm going to have to do. My building has to have a helipad. It clearly has to have a helipad. It didn't occur to me now. My friend convinced me I needed a dock, and I do need a dock. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I have decided, because this actually came up in a conversation with one of my friends about the dock. It's like, is that you should probably build a helipad attached to it. He's absolutely right. Now that I'm in this position, it's like, well, of course he's right. I could put the helipad on top of the building, but honestly, I want a view deck up there. I think I'd rather have the helipad like out on the dock. I think that would be kind of stylish. Anyway, gyrocopter base. Gyrocopter seat. Gyrocopter. Oh, what do I need here? Vehicle filter, vehicle engine. Oh, the rotors are what takes the third part. All right, so what do I need here? fuel, filter, and engine. Well, I have gobs of these. Filter. I need the fuel part. I need the engine part. Okay. Here's one of the engines. There. Okay. So now I can build the gyrocopter motor. How do you like them apples? The cockpit requires an electrical part. Okay. Where does this go? Do you figure? There we go. Finally, gyrocopter rotors, which requires another electrical part. So there it is. Right, now before we start screwing around with this, I really should get that fuel still up and running, but what we're going to do is we are going to fill you up. We're going to drop this can over here, and let's actually get some potatoes harvested here and get the fuel still actually rendering this to fuel, because it's going to take some time, and I can, in the meantime, because I'm a bit of a jerk, I am going to not take off with this right away. I'm going to go and get supplies taken out to the other. Actually, I could at least experiment with a little bit of, do I want to do this in nighttime flight? That would be very pretty. I think I want my first flight to be in the day in case something goes wrong. It's easier to see the other islands anyway. So, okay, so there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4 requires 4 full sticks to go through most of this fuel. There we go. Fuel is being rendered, so be able to fill up at least a couple of jerry cans, but it's going to take time to grow those potatoes. So, what am I missing at this point? I'm going to want to take I want to take as much fuel as I can to the plane, and I don't know how many cans it's going to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up those 2 cans, take these 5 cans, sail the hard way to the aircraft carrier without using fuel, and if I have any fuel left over, then I can use it to get my way back. So we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not that 9, that back please, 9, 10, right? And just for the sake of argument, 11, 12, because that just gives us a full set. So that is coming with us back. Okay. We're not going to bother bringing the water. I mean, we'll make sure that we have the water, and in fact, I should make sure. All right, point of order. How much water we have? We have to follow the water in the world. So we actually do want to fill this back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, you use these up so quick. 3, 5. Should get both of those up to full again. This isn't to fill the plane. This is just to have water available, right? But we're also down a few water for actual just ordinary drinking, so we're going to grab a couple of those. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to use this opportunity while I'm waiting for that fuel to render down and for more potatoes to grow. To visit, let's say, that island by gyrocopter and collect some more soft fibers. All right. I'm going to take a 2-second break, and I'm going to be back, and I'm going to fly this thing, so hang in there. Oh, hey, Majeric, how you doing? Didn't see you slide into the stream. Hey, hi, happy to see you. Yeah, my place is getting big. I'm actually going to put one more enclosed story in this because I just wanted to be. It's not quite tall enough, so I'm insane, and I'm going to build yet one more solid story, and I'm going to put the rooftop deck on top of that. But I'm doing the story stuff for a while, so. What am I missing? A 3-car garage and servants. I'm missing the deck, which you suggested I build. Anybody else who catches this stream later on, but Jarek is the one who I was talking to about building a deck out the side of my island because he suggested it, and I tried to work out its viability. Turns out as long as you don't get blocked by underwater stuff that would block building, you can build quite a ways out there until the shelf just falls off. It does mean you have to maybe make a few stabs at going out into the water to find out how the shape of your thing can work out. Plus, because of the way the build system works, you can't build down from a foundation except a ramp to get like down to the sand or something, which means that either I build a dock out from the surface and then can't do anything down in the water, or I have to build under the water with my foundation, which you can do. You can build a foundation like way down low and then build up from there, which is an interesting thought. Like build a pylon out there and then build up from that, which could be an interesting solution. Either way, I could build a dock out there, and I could build a helipad, which I'm going to have to do because clearly now I have to have a helipad. So that's a lot of fun. I am going to take a 2-second break here, and then I'm going to get right back at this because we are going to get to the very edges of finishing the story mission on this stream. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in the driver's seat. Almost literally. I've got a little bit of bubbly at my side. Caffeinated bubbly. Because if I don't have caffeine on a regular basis, my heart will simply stop. I swear that's the way it works. So I'm going to quickly do a resource run while I'm waiting for the fuel to distill down, because I'm going to need as much of that as I can to take it back to the carrier. So, alright, let's see if we can figure out how this works. Clicking does nothing. That's forward and backward, left and right. E to stop the engine, so that's fine. That just drops me down. But what's my go up? Okay, this is a new problem. I don't actually know. Oh, Q? No, it's not Q. Oh, spacebar, because jump, because of course. Okay. Oh, this is the bee's knees. I haven't been able to do this in any of my playthroughs ever, so this is truly blind. Alright, now I don't have any spare fuel being taken with me, so let's book it and see what it actually, how much fuel gets used in just getting over to the nearby island. Now, we don't make a lot of progress doing this, and we can't actually get any higher than we're currently going now, but how awesome is this? Alright, so we're getting a sort of a rough gauge on sort of what we can do in terms of travel time. Now, I'm not really convinced, oops, a little bit of hiccup there. I'm not really convinced this is particularly faster than going over the ocean. But it is, but speed aside, okay, it's roughly the same. But speed aside, it is a lovely bird's eye view. This is delightful. Oh, and check that out. You can actually get a good bird's eye view of some of the wrecks. Oh. I don't know why it was complaining to me there. Maybe I was trying to force it to go higher than it should have gotten, but that's okay. Let's, that is a lot of fun. That is kind of fuel costly. Alright, that's fine. Thank you. Stop the engine. Drop me down. Okay. So the downside to this is there's no way to do this in a non-fuel consumptive mode like I can do with my raft. It can't transport anything other than me and the things I carry, unlike the raft, which can at least do like 3 barrels or maybe 3 tires. If I'm really, really careful in transporting it home, I can definitely do 2 or 1. I have my own misgivings about how they're doing buoyancy in this game, but I mean, yeah, you can transport stuff, so you know, you can transport stuff. Let's unload these. So this is just very quickly a soft tissue resource run, because I'm gonna need it. Gotta watch out for the snake though. Really don't want to get bitten again. Although apparently I'm eating high on the hog tonight. Okay, this is exciting. Thank you. Okay, I'll get the hog in a minute. I forgot to bring my knife with me, which means I can't skin this stuff, so let's go do that. Let us go do that. Padoink. Keeping an ear out. In fact, I'm going to turn the volume up just a bit. I'm going to keep an ear out for the snake. Or snakes, because some of them have 2. As nutty as that is. I see some fibrous leaves land over here. Yeah, there. So, from a resource perspective, the biggest problem with using the copter as it requires fuel, and the potatoes are renewable, but wood is more difficultly renewable, I guess. Like, it takes a long time for wood resources to replenish themselves. Now, let's be fair. I've used an enormous amount of wood resources building Lodge. And in any realistic terms, anybody else playing this game would have fuel, wood fuel to turn potatoes into motor fuel for just like eons. Ah, you screwed up my arrow. Thanks for nothing. So let's go fix that arrow. So I do love maintaining my vectors back home, even if it's fairly obvious at this point. I'm on an island where you can actually clearly see my building. Oh yeah, 3 viewers. I haven't had 3 viewers in a while. Alright, so I've got the meat off of that. Let's go back into the brush here and continue collecting fibrous leaves. Yes, I'm moving a bit slowly. Do not want to get bitten by a snake. Oh, here we go. Here's the other giant crab. They almost always come in pairs. Oh! Oh, harsh! And that's because I got attacked by both of them. Oh, that's brutal. I got attacked by both of them when I arrived, and I bet you I didn't save the game. I'm almost guaranteed I didn't actually go up to the tent. Well, that's me wasting time. All right. That's okay. That's not hard for me to recover from. But that was dumb. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Oh, there's a little bit of potato chip madness. I'm out of potato chips because this isn't my day job and I'm going to eat potato chips at you. Nice thick ones too, the sort of kettle cooked versions. Alright. Where am I? Where are you starting me off because I'm an idiot? Yep. Well, file this under well dam. Okay, so the fuel's still going. Alright. Well, let's do what we were just attempting to do, only this time do it less stupidly. So here's the thing. One of the things I want to do, I'm pretty sure that hiccup is when I transition out of the range of my old island and all the assets for my ridiculously large lodge get unloaded. Anyway. One of the things I want to do, actually, is to find some of the taller spires in this game. And actually see if there's anything on top of them, or to land on top of them, because that would amuse me. But I really doubt they would have. Well, they might have put something up here just to mess with us, but as you can see, nothing. So all right, down we go. Let's flip that back over because that looks ridiculous. Let's do that, shall we? Where we actually save the game and are completely not, you know, sick in the brain pan. All right, drop off the boxes. Find the refined knife. Take that with me. All right, let's do this again. This time with less stupid. All right. And I don't think there's a snake on here, so at least I think I can be a little bit faster about that. Nope, there we go. Oh, God, we're going to have a repeat performance. Okay, that's enough of that. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay, new rules. God, you guys are pests. And you know what I've forgotten to do? I forgot to turn this axe into a refined axe, and that's why it's taking me longer to actually deal with the crab. Okay. First things first, save the game here. Second things second, we're going to go and grab the bow and arrows because I don't have the ability to make the refined axe here. But I could use the spear. Alright, let's get clever. Because this will run away. Run away, hide in a bush. Really, buddy? Really? You messing with my brand new gyrocopter and pushing my gear around? I'm sorry, but I'm not having it. Okay, now that's hurted a lot, but it hasn't killed it. I need a place I can take this thing on from, and this isn't it because it's circling around me, and that actually makes it more difficult. So here we go. We're racing for the rock's edge here. To avoid that thing though. Now where did you go? All right. There you are. That's fine, you're rotten. Got it. Alright. It's nice because I can recover my refined spear and my arrows. Alright. With any luck, if I encounter the other crab, I'll be able to take that out from behind. Okay, this also means, though, like last time, I have a large amount of meat that I want to get on cooking quickly so that I don't actually lose any of it, because I hate getting rid of unused meat. Alright. Alright, let's figure this out. There you are. Gotcha. finally, let's go to town on soft sapling stuff, which was half the point. Actually, you know what I should do? Let's just quickly go back to the campsite and save, because again, trying not to be an idiot. All right, let's go. Grab us some replacement fibrous leaves so we have some rope and ba-da-ba-ba. Come on, there we go. Okay. More saplings. Let's be quick about this. Is there anything else that I miss? Yeah, I missed that one. Okay, so I have now a problem where I can't get the last of these because I've got all this weaponry on me, but fortunately everything's right here. So let's drop off this and all of these, and that's just got meat in it, so I'm not really worried about that. And of course my box, which got tossed around, that I can stuff. That'll have to do. Yeah, so the downside to this plan by using the copter is I can't actually put like boxes in the copter that aren't sort of in my direct possession. And so the consequence of that is I can only carry what I can personally carry. I can't cheat. For loose definitions of cheating, since it's sort of what the big building a big wide raft is actually for. You notice something, I haven't been back here in a while and there are no fir trees here, and it might not grow back for a while. So that's what I mean by, I don't know, maybe the trees regrow themselves eventually, but it's going to take a long time if it's even in the game. So, and I don't want to, I know there are lots and lots of trees, I just don't want to denude the islands nearby me. It seems wrong. So, using the copter on a regular basis is not really a substitute for being able to use the raft in its non-fuel consumptive mode, like sails, basically, wind. For me, anyway. Okay, I think that's all we're going to harvest from here. So let's grab our boxes. We are just at capacity, as it were. Let's just save this in case everything goes horribly, horribly wrong. And let's take off. This is actually pretty cool. This is a neat addition to the game. So what this will effectively tell us is what a one-way trip is to what would be considered a nearish island, or basically how much fuel it takes to get to the next ring of islands, by my loose definition of ring, since they're not really properly loaded as a ring. I could actually put a as all the shadows start working their way in, I could actually put a helipad on the roof, but I think I'm actually more interested in putting a helipad on the dock. I'll have to see how I feel about that. Mostly because it would chew up roof space, and I kind of want to leave that as a sort of an observation deck. Mind you, would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? All right, so let's get this. We gotta solve a few problems here pretty quick. Okay, so quickly got to unload that meat. We gotta bring this meat over to the meat pile. Okay, let's get these 3 boxes unloaded. Bang, bang, bang. Find the one that actually had the raw meat in it, which is those 2. Let's get those in the smoker immediately. We'll get 3, I think, of the 4 of these in there. This one will be cooked just to eat. We need 3 wood sticks. Yeah, the wood sticks are your ultimate limit in fuel, I think. You really don't use enough rocks for the rocks to be a limiting resource. Not really, as far as I can tell. Right, so that's cooking. That's taken care of. Now, let's dump this off. Alright. That will get eaten up quicker than you can reasonably consider, so let's go and figure out what we want to do. So that's that. This, I'm going to put the spear in there because, actually, I don't really need the spear for where I'm going. So let's... Do I really need to bring this all? Maybe. What I really should do is have a sort of an ordnance locker somewhere in there. You know what? Let's actually do that because that just amuses me. So ordnance locker inside the manager's office, inside the lodge. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. The axe notwithstanding, because that's a tool in use for other purposes. So you've got the spear. Where did I put the bow and arrow? Bow and arrow are in here. I didn't want to grab that, but that's alright. Let's grab the arrows. Let's pull back out the hammer, because we're gonna want the hammer. There we go. That's one weapony thing. Do I have any other weapony things I want to sort of stash while I'm doing a little bit of organization? Yes, the spare bow, the refined spear, and the refined knife, I guess, can go in there. So this guy, this I think can stack with the one that's in here. Yep, okay. Ordnance locker hoe. So actually put this lodge to some good use. Opening the doors, going inside, into the manager's office. Blinked upstairs because of that weird door opening bug. Oh, that was interesting. Where did the other box go? Oh, there it is. Alright, So we're going to put that there, and we'll just put this here on top, and there's my ordnance locker. Great. On my super secure island. Why not both? I'm guessing that was for the helipad. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. All right. So, our fuel got finished. So there's that. That's going to be a partial fill. Let's go check to see whether or not we've grown any more potatoes and see what the water level is in our... water level's good. Potatoes haven't finished growing their next batch yet. Okay, so we can't do that. Yeah, the problem with the stream are twofold. One, I'm not always looking at the stream, and I'm trying to get better at that as I keep doing this. But the other is that there is also, fortunately, not a very long lag. It's only about a sort of 5-second to 8-second lag on the stream, but mostly it's because I don't look at the stream often enough. All right, we need to prepare. We need to make that trip. I really want to get all of those. I want to get this last one filled up, so we have to wait for more potatoes. So, okay, with that in mind, let's do a night flight over to that island to do the same thing that we just did, was to harvest soft tissues. So basically, second verse, same as the first, but actually that does mean we're going to need the bow and arrow, which I've just put away because I'm an idiot. But that's all right, because we know where it is. Yeah. Don't really need to bring the spear. It was fun playing with the spear, but I prefer the bow and arrow. So. Oh. We're in another empty container. We've got so much raw leather right now, it beggars belief. All right. Yeah. I can make leather straps until the cows come home, and actually I should at least make this into a refined axe before I forget. Except where the heck is all the leather? I think it's in these containers. Yes, the leather strips I already have. So we only need one leather strap, and we need a rock. We are going to build stone tool. We're then going to build a refined axe using the non-refined axe, the leather strap, and the chip that I just made. So now I've fixed that deficiency. All right. Don't actually need the hammer on this run. Yeah, let's not bring stuff we don't need. That way madness lies. So we're gonna be back here anyway. How is the meat going? Okay, so we don't have the big ones cooked, but I'm gonna leave them cooking because I don't need to build up my cooking skill by standing near it anymore. All right. Down on water though. Pretty good on water. Pretty good on everything else. I do have to watch my health, so if I run into critters, I gotta be a little bit more careful this time. 1, 2. I'm gonna hope that it rains. I'm only gonna fill these up by 2. Try to be a little more sparing on their usage. Good reason for me, by the way. I should really build like 4 or 6 more water stills, just so that when it rains, I collect a lot of water, and then I stand much less chance of needing this for water. I will do that not now. There's definitely a way to save myself some trips. Because I got tons of cloth. It's not like I could totally build it. build another 4 of them out by my farms, and then build maybe another 1 of them or 2 of them here. Something to think about. Okay. Oh, I can get the potato. One more check on the potatoes, and if they're not ready, I'm just going to take off. Potatoes are not ready. Fruit is, though. I actually should have saved that for my trip out to the carrier, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Loaded up with my stock provisions. So noting this, it took me a quarter of a tank to get there and back for sort of the first. Just check my bearings here. Yeah, I'm going to go over here. To get my first to my first ring of violence there and back took a quarter of a tank. Which means in principle I could get out to the 4th ring. And back just barely. But I've lost my bearings now. So I had a hiccup. Alright, that'll do. I should be able to get out to, like, the carrier and back. Maybe not quite the carrier. If I carried an extra can of gas, though, I could go anywhere. So. Probably about half as fuel efficient as the raft using gas. If I were to take a stab at a guess. Sweet. Okay, let's drop these off. Let's actually put the... Oh, we might need the bow and arrow. We might encounter something along the way, particularly snakes. In fact, I think there is a snake on this island, if I recall. Oh, let's save now, save often, save again, save twice. Raft helipad, right? Actually, that's funny because my raft is probably big enough to support it. The biggest problem with that is they haven't really done buoyancy physics in a way where a bigger raft necessarily means more capacity for buoyancy. It does help with stability, but not so much buoyancy. And that's kind of a shame, because I've got a raft at this point that's big enough you should be able to drive a full-size minivan onto it and it wouldn't sink. And unfortunately, that's just not the way it works in this game. Where's the pity? It achieves game... I suppose it achieves some sense of game balance, but... Alright. So hopefully this is among the last of these runs. I might have to do one more. Mostly I'm just doing this to burn time, because the big shtick here is that fuel is taking a while to... or the potatoes are taking a while to grow. And I did not expect to be needing all that much fuel. And I want to bring 5 full canisters of fuel to the carrier... mostly to see to see what it's going to take, and if not, I'm just going to have extra fuel anyway. So that's sort of my target before I head back to the carrier for my almost but not quite escape. So I'd estimate you could probably actually complete this game in, I don't know, probably if you were diligent about going after just the things you needed, probably 20 hours of play, maybe less than that. It's not a super long game. Almost all the time I've spent playing this game has been in the construction aspects of it, and even oh hello, what's bugging me? Oh, it's the bloody hog again. Okay, it's fine. I can't do direct battle to this guy this time because... Yes, I can. I've healed. Come on, come on. Oh, jeez. It's actually running away from me and hurting me. That's just, like, blindingly unfair. Alright. Alright. You made me mad. Now we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. This is the way I used to do it in the olden days. I saw the snake moving around down there on the shore somewhere. Pretty positive. Could be wrong, I guess. Whoa. And you are stuck. So I'm totally going to take advantage of that for a few seconds. Watch out for the snake in case I was wrong. Where are you? Gotcha. Super, super careful. No snakes apparent. Okay. Yeah, I got all 10 of my arrows back. I will take it. Raft helipad. Yeah, I would totally have the raft helipad. Actually, that's an interesting thought, because if I can at least take the raft, take the gyrocopter on the raft when I'm not transporting any other heavy materials, and it remains stable, that's actually not an impossible idea. And the way my raft is currently designed, it would actually suit it really well. All right, that is worthy of a test. That is totally worthy of a test. When I come back to the island in a second here, I am totally going to try to land this on the raft and see what happens. Saving the game first, of course, because I don't want my precious gyrocopter to end up in the drink and sinking to the depths. That would be that would make me cry. Okay, I've got a lot of junk. Being a little bit careful here. Don't know if and where that snake's gotten to. Okay. Alright. Let us store the meat and the leather. For the moment, I'm going to store the bow and arrow until I'm sure where I can find the raft. I'm going to eat some of the fruit. Nice. All right. So, here we go. We're going to very quickly try to... Any spare fruit? No. Okay. We're going to try to get more of the soft fibers from the... Oh, there's the other crab. Okay. How about if... No. How about if I do this? Make your life rather irritating. No. Oh well. There we go. 4 strikes with the refined axe. I'll take it. Get back here. Yeah, it would totally help my range. No, you know, now that I think about it, if I can do it, I'm a little worried about it just sinking the nose of the raft, and then it would just become really awkward to transport. But that is actually a viable goal, and I'm still collecting. Actually, I'm still finding and collecting stuff I can make the raft base out of. So maybe if I can get it big enough, I can. Well, we'll find out. Let's find out. I want to find out. It's totally a worthy thing to experiment with. So I don't know how the game would react, but darn it if it's not going to be a thing that we're going to find out in a second. This is actually giving us really ample amounts of time to collect that the potatoes too. So let me go see. Order of operations. Go back to the island, check on the potatoes. If they're done, get fuel started up. And go through so much of this stuff. Totally the reason to build more water stills, so I can take advantage of rain. I've been threatening to do that for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it, and there's no excuse. All right. Let's pick up a free wood stick while we're here. Oh, there you are. All right, buddy. Can you muck with the buoyancy mechanics with a catamaran-style raft? Yeah, actually, probably. I mean, yes, because it's quite clear that narrower and shorter rafts are way more unstable than bigger ones. That's very clear in the game. The minute you get the raft big enough, all your stability issues go away. But if you wanted to go for something where you spent less resources on a wider raft, a catamaran style would make a lot of sense. Like maybe a narrow middle rail and a couple of pontoon sections off the sides, going out a few stages, and then just a couple of big rails on the sides. Yeah, smart. Well, like I don't think it would help the buoyancy. It would help the stability. I think. See, the problem is here. Let me. I'm gonna. It's a good question, Majeric. So give me a second. I will, because I'm about to leave this island anyway. Let's just pick everything up. Let's go back to the raft and let's just take a look at it. There we go. There's home. So the big problem is that really, like with the amount of buoyancy that I have here, like literally buoy balls as a base and like big open empty barrels as a base. I mean, there's just so much buoyancy that I should be able to transport an actual car, like tons. And the game just doesn't do that, which is a pity. I have to admit, there's just too much damn fun. Such a simple thing to add to the game, but after all that sailing, it's nice to have the separate vehicle. Plus, it'd be really interesting for spotting wrecks in a way, in a slightly different way too. All right. So let's land and save first, because anything else would be foolish. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Down you go. Thank you. All right. So let's unload these for. Okay, I gotta drop this off. Very irritating. All right, let's get a bunch of these unloaded. Probably close to 2 full stacks of that, so that's nice. Let's find out if everything here got properly cooked to smoking level. Yes, they did. So let's get those off the rail. Oops, one of those was one of the raw ones. fact, 4 of them were the raw ones. Do I have anything else? Yes, I got the other 2 large smoked ones here. Let's just eat these because otherwise they're just going to rot. Got to get these on the smoker immediately. 1, 2, 3, 1 down here, and then the 2 big ones. Oh, what did I do here? Not sure what's going on here. Oh, those are smoked large meats because those needed to be dropped off here because the unsmoked large meats are still in the crates because I'm not doing this efficiently. Hang on. There we go. Oh my god, that is an enormous amount of large meat. Okay, I gotta get cooking this immediately. That's now a thing. Except some of those are... Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm being dumb. Some of those are the... All of those are the smoked, not the raw. Okay. Let's be less stupid about this, please. Where are the raw ones? Those are the raw ones. And I'm going to have to put those somewhere as well. So we're almost there. 2 large. Need another 3 sticks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, light. Drop that. Extra stick can go back in here for the moment. Leather can go in that almost empty box that I had the last time. Great. Save the game, save now, save often, save forever. The sudden weird urge to boot up the Hunger Games on my... anyway, so... now that I've done that, and things are cooking that need to get be cooked, so they're not going to go bad real fast. My next task is to do what Jarek was suggesting in the stream and try to land this thing on the raft. So let's go do that. Because there's my raft, and boy golly does it not look like a helipad. It is up on the lip of the sand here. So let's push this a little bit out to sea. See how far the nose dips. See, with just that, the nose is dipping quite badly. That is still drivable though, so that's still a plausible thing to do. But I mean, look, this thing's dinky light. There's no reason why a raft this large in real life wouldn't actually be able to hold this thing. I can move it a little bit closer to the front here to alleviate that. And there's the wacky physics. Dragging the raft around even though it's anchored. Oh no, it wasn't anchored because I pushed it off. Duh. A little bit of wacky physics when you drag stuff around on the surface. Don't know why that happens. That's doable. Can you muck with it? Yeah. So that is weirdly plausible, and seeing as I don't intend on setting out in the helicopter, the gyrocopter again in the immediate future, before I head out to my main target craft. Okay, now I got to be careful about things clipping other things here. So let's just do this. Come on. There we go. Try to center it a bit. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. Okay, let's just make sure this is actually locked down so I don't have everything floating away on me. I'm going to retrieve that. I'm going to re-anchor so that's floating. so I'm okay with that. That's the thing. I'm going to try taking that out. I'm actually going to try taking that out to the... okay, these farm plots are all doing okay. I'm going to take the craft out to... Still no potatoes? Really? I need more potato plots, but I'm too lazy to make more potato plots. Alright. Yeah, no potatoes yet. Probably another day. Okay, so where does that leave me in terms of things I want to do? The next task. Well, let's... Not sure what I want to do. So what do we actually have here in terms of sort of solved issues? We've got 4 full tanks of gas. I'm going to want to put some of this. I'm not going to want to use any more. Okay, what did I end up using in terms of fuel on the gyrocopter? Because I don't need it to have a full tank where I'm taking it. I'm just going to do a little puttering around the ship when I get out there. Yeah, because I did use 3/4 of a tank of fuel just effectively going between 2 islands, right? Alright. What I'm going to do... is I'm going to grab... Is there any fuel left in here? No. There's some fuel left in here. This did not get filled up all the way, but I also don't need it to fill up anything all the way. So let's put this into the copter. Give it a partial fuel tank. And then on my next potato fill, it should get it almost all the way full. Yeah, that only gave me about 1/4 of a tank. But that's actually fine, because I don't necessarily need more than that just to putter around at where I'm taking it, so. Come on, potatoes, grow! Okay. Food's being cooked. What is the next thing that I could be doing aside from just collecting more materials? I can't really make time go faster, so I might as well be doing something useful. I could start putting up the upper layer on the upper section of house, and I think I've actually started. So let's at least put up a little bit more of this, and I can show you what the inside of this thing looks like. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think what I've been putting around the upside, upstairs has been half-height walls, because up until now all of this has been enclosed as if they were residences. So down here, probably what's going to end up being like a dining room here, a kitchen in the back here, and maybe a small conference area, reading nook. On this level, a couple of different rooms. Haven't furnished any of this, of course. Plus a public deck that overlooks Each of these guys has their own private deck. Public deck on this level. Up here, this is, I guess, larger suite rooms. I haven't blocked in the walls that are going to enclose this, but it's roughly going to come across the middle here. I got to reserve a spot for the staircase, of course. I still have to do interior design of this room, but this was going to be sort of the upper deck before I decided to go one level higher. So this was going to be a couple of conference rooms. This is going to be turned into suites again. This is going to be the conference room area, and I have not started actually putting up the outer half-height walls. But this is going to be sort of a conference room deck with much bigger windows that I could have a viewing deck up top. So what in principle I want to do is have a hammer, because that was silly of me not to bring a hammer. Because that's the reason I brought the wood up here in the first place, was to actually build something. Still gotta close that gap off. I'm not sure how though. Build system isn't letting me. Grab a hammer. I'm gonna want this anyway. Let's go back upstairs. And of course the manager's room down in here, because, you know, gotta pay the bills somehow. Alright, so starting from back here, what we're going to do is we're going to build, come on, there we go. We're going to build, I think, half-height walls. Which enables you to stand in here and look around, but also provides, what I really need is quarter-height walls, so that they're basically, you can literally lean on them as you're sitting at the table, but they're not quite that short, more is the pity. But in order to build an upper deck, I have to, and have it not look ridiculous, I have to build at least half-height walls. I suppose arguably what I could do is I could build a half-height wall like here, and then I could extend the roof off of that and literally have the roof suspended off of nothing. But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah, so there we go. Half-height walls all around, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to have a private deck here, because effectively the private deck of the conference rooms up here are literally going to be the rooftop deck, which everybody can get to. So I'm not going to have these have necessarily their own private decks. You can just go upstairs. That makes these conference rooms, this conference room or pair of rooms, as large as possible. However, now I have boxes in the way. So I used these in order to give sort of an illusion of barrier while I figured out what I wanted to do. Plus, when it's raining, this means you can be inside and still have a fantastic view. Very nearly as good as being actually up on the roof. In order to complete this, though, I'm going to have enough wood to go all the way around, which is not trivial, and then a roof on top of that. So I will be doing this for literally another couple of weeks of just sort of off and on resource gathering. But maybe the Raft guys will throw it up on one of their forums, who knows, right? I'm just doing this more or less because I need an escape. Come on. Oh, don't have enough wood. I have no wood of any kind. Do I? Nope, don't have any wood of any kind. So that's as far as I could go with that. So that is the beginning of the upper level. Sneak out through here. See, let's take a look at what that looks like from here. Yeah, that's going to be a monster. Gonna look good though. All right. I've actually thought about taking this deck off and instead doing the triangle panel deck like I have on the other side, just to give it a more rounded edge. But it does make this shorter. And it is a rather nice deck as it is. It just doesn't look all that great from the outside just because it juts out over that rock. If that rock were larger, it wouldn't be a big deal. But anyway. Let's go see how the potatoes are doing. Still no soap, but also not dried out. I'm guessing tomorrow. I can probably get there tomorrow. All right, that's fine. Let's put down this. All right. Come on, what are we doing? Here we go. Where did I put my axe? There, because I had to drop it on my way by. Right. So let's actually leave the meat here because I really don't need it. Those are the so that's enough for me to get just the soft materials that I'm going to get from the nearby islands. So I guess, except that I don't want to take the aircraft up again because I don't want to use fuel on it. But what I can do, actually, this is a sort of a smart idea in the meantime while I'm waiting for more fuel, is see if I can transport the aircraft by raft to another place without causing major chaos. So here we go. We're going to go to, I think, that island there. In fact, that is Container Island. So I'm going to go up to Container Island and see if there's any resources there that I can pick up. I've just saved the game, so I should be able to get out there, collect some resources, and come back without any major hullabaloo. And if anything happens, I'll just revert it because all I've really lost is time. But this will be a good test to see if this is even a viable thing to have the aircraft on this in a practical sense. So let's do that. Yeah, all right. I've still got control. The nose isn't dipping. Oh, well, of course, rock. Thanks for nothing. All right, let's try to do this without losing the raft. Oh no, this is totally a thing I can do. All right, Majerrick gets the stream chat person of the year award here for suggesting that I just bring the copter with me wherever I go. Actually, this almost certainly won't work if I have to bring back barrels and tires, but usually when I'm doing those missions, I know I'm doing those missions, so. It's not exactly a crisis. Yeah, no, this is awesome. This is a brilliant idea. It's just at the edge of doable, but the fact that it's doable makes it a win. Oh, it's epic. I love this. Actually, you know what this enables me to do now that I come to think of it? It would enable me to go out to an island, especially one that I've got a campsite on already, and then and then park the raft there, but use the copter to hop to nearby islands to quickly grab resources when I know I'm not doing like a major harvest. I'm just doing like what I'm doing now. I can like harvest 2 or 3 islands at once that are in a cluster around one that I parked at. So this is kind of nice because using the raft to do that is a pain in the neck because it's not very maneuverable. And at the cost of fuel, though. And I think I have hit a reef. That's the other problem. The other problem with having the copter on here is because the nose is heavier, it's going to drag on stuff basically like a keel hitting a reef, which is, let me tell you, a bit of a nuisance. But there you go. Where is my camp? Oh, there. Okay, yep. Okay, so that's good. Hit the save button. Let's go and harvest a little bit of resource. And again, this, I don't know if this one actually has a snake on it. Usually the really bushy ones don't, but I don't want to take that for granted because I will die horribly. Well, I'll get poisoned. And actually, now that I got the farmed Pippi plant set back at my camp, it's not a major crisis to use a coconut and a little bit of rope and the fruit. Is it rope or is it Pippi? No, it's not. I don't need the fruit. I need the fruit for the gauze. I need the just the Pippi plant for the antidote, which is nice. So, poisoning is no longer a major concern, except it's sort of a countdown timer on any mission you happen to be on. That is a nuisance. Oh, hello, buddy. Fine. I'll tell you, if there's crabs, there definitely very well could be a snake, so. There's some more fibrous leaves and some more, so that's good. There's another yucca plant out on the edge here. That's good. There's the other crab. If I can sneak up on him, I might as well get him too. Yep, there we go. Poisonous thing off to my left. You do not wander into the poisonous thing.
Oh, disgusting.
And because we're going to have to cook this separately anyway, why don't we bring back a few, whoops, let's, oh, we can pick up the whole crab in that case. I can just take that with me and not skin it here. Not that it matters a whole lot. Did we get... We definitely got all of the... trees. Just looking for palm leaves that I might have missed, and I don't think I'm missing any. Okay, so this is a good time to head back, I think. Oh, hey, look at that. Quite a few of them right here on the, right here next to the camp. Let's grab a few of those. All right, let's save the game, grab our boxes, and just head back. Yeah, we're good. We are totally good. We don't need to stand on ceremony here. So, okay. Okay, let's do this lickety split. Retrieve that. Now we gotta be a little bit careful here. We really don't want to fling this like we often do to spin the sucker around. Be a little bit more delicate, but we still have to get off the rocks. There's our home. Let's get ourselves aligned, get on board, race for that sail. Sail go. Highly technical term, that sail go. Should be. I do have so the more stuff you tend to load the craft with, for whatever reason, the slower it turns. Yes, I realize that would naturally be the case, but it seems like it's an unnatural level of diminishing your turning rate. But in any case, the copper does not appear to be a significant contributor to that. Okay, so this has actually been a really good test. I'm going to take this copter all the way out to the wreck, because the wreck, there are sections of it that are cut off to me because I can't get to them from the ground level. I might be able to get to them. Apparently I took a bunch of screenshots for now. There's certain parts of the wreck that are cut off to me. As anybody could see if they were watching my stream earlier. So I definitely want to land this on top of the carrier in one of the areas that would otherwise have been cut off to me, to see if there's anything up there. But I thought I was going to have to fly the copter out there. We now have a way to avoid that. I don't need to take like 4 cans of fuel just to fly the copter out there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Off the rock, you. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Save and then try that. Yeah, right? Totally going to try that. Well, that's the thing, right? I want to go out in the wreck and do that, but I want to get that final thing of fuel, which is going to require the potatoes, which have not yet grown. So I don't want to, because it's such a long distance, I really don't want to make more trips out there than I have to. So I want to take out as much as I can that I think are going to be necessary to get me almost, but not quite, to completing the game. That, in turn, though, I want to make sure I have all 5 of my fuel canisters full of fuel. So, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you over here. 1. Nope, that's probably raw. That's medium crab meat. Yes, raw. Yeah. No wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh, hello. 2, 3, 4. That one goes over here. That one is not smoked, so let's grab it and eat it immediately, because otherwise it's going to go bad. Let's throw you two up on the... oh, I can't throw you two up on the smoker, because you are... what are you? You are smoked large meat. Smoked large meat. I actually had 2 smoked large meats. I don't have any raw stuff floating around here, do I? No. Okay. So... right. That's only going to take 2 sticks. 1, 2. 1, 2. Kindling. Start the fire. Fire started. Potato check, and if it's there, I'm going to get the fuel started. Otherwise, I'm going to sleep and hope I can do that tomorrow. Can we get potatoes? Any potatoes? No. All right, tomorrow then. Do we have anything to unload here? No, we do not. Oh, except for those. Right. Water supply really low. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Save now, save often, save forever. Okay, that's good. Time to sleep. Time to sleep. Gotta get to potatoes. So slow. All right. Well, in the unlikely event that it's going to take more water to get them to potato up, let's specifically give them more water than normal. One, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's... all right, so that's got the water bottle filled up. Got to replenish the distillery. All right. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take a gamble, actually, that it's going to rain before that happens, so try to be sparing on my usage of the fibrous plants. Dawn is approaching. Oh, look at that. These have actually already replenished themselves literally right here on my island. So let's do a run of those while it's early morning. Most boring part of the game is when you actually have a forced condition that you're waiting for. Very, very annoying. But that's true of any crafty sort of game, right? Thing is realistically, any game of this, I would simply go off and just do a bunch of other stuff in the meantime. It's just that I have a specific target for this stream, so I'm trying to make that happen as fast as possible, but I can't. So there you go. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Potatoes. There we go. Potatoes. Okay. I still have to distill this, but that's got a very specific countdown timer. We can actually watch it go by effectively. So, we are within minutes of heading off on our final trip. So let's get this all prepared. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's making fuel. When that's done and we collect it, we are definitely heading out. So with that in mind, let's get the rest of this sort of somewhere. I put down my compass. That is not good because I know it's not in any of these containers, which means I put it down on an island in order to do some juggling probably. No, there it is. Never mind. I'm good. I still never found that crate that I lost that one time that contained my first air gun. It's just, it's off the coast of one of these islands and I will never find it again. Sucks to be me, but, you know. Alright. The reason I was after my compass is because I want to get the craft aligned and ready to head off to the north, and so I can just hop on and go. So let's actually do that. So let's retrieve that. Let's get things prepped so I can literally hop on and boogie. Okay, now hang on though. So, no, I come around too far now. It's fine. Totally a thing. Also, so that I can avoid some of these rocks on my way out the door. Alright, so there we go. I think there's another set of rocks just out there, but I'm not going to try to solve that problem just yet. Got my campsite sorted. Now it's basically just getting the... A fruit, by any chance? No. Not fruiting time. Right, what do we have here? Bow and arrow, that's fine. Water thing, fine, because I know I filled that up. Meat, because I'm going to use that as the stores at the other end. That should be more than enough to fill up the stores. It's going to take a while. That's irritating. Smoked medium meats, though. Feeling pretty good. Grab a little water. Grab a little water. We are totally watered up. That's nice. It's nice. I got a good supply of that. My tick supply is dwindling a little bit, but that's okay. That is okay. So if you all recall, back at the beginning of last stream, off in the extreme west of my map, I had a site where I actually left a log already cut down, and there's lots of fir trees in there too that I can harvest in order to bring back quite a few sticks. So the stick supply, I've got that handled, but I'll do that off stream because nobody needs to see me doing that. While it would burn a lot of time, it'll probably burn a lot more time than I really need to burn. And I don't want to use fuel to get there. Like, that's probably a 2-day trip. I'm not going to need 2 days. I'll be ready by nightfall, I think. Here we go. We're slowly starting to build up that potato refined fuel. Make sure nothing's running out of water. Doesn't look like it. Wow, did I just miss that yucca tree the other time around? I guess I did. Alright, well. Not doing anything else. Let's do this. Seriously though, I gotta say, why didn't my friends and family decide to, you know, pick me up off of this beach? Presumably they gave me up for dead. I mean, they're not wrong. I couldn't do this in real life, so chances are I would have died after the first day after tripping over a crab and landing face first in a, you know, stinging nettle seaweed thing. Still, I'd like to think they would have found me and brought my body back. Alright, things to do. Let us... I don't really want to spend more of my wood on my place until I have a bigger buffer. So... one thing I haven't done is I haven't figured out how to make the extended breathing salve or potion or whatever the heck it is you want to call. To do that, I actually need to hunt down. Oh, the shark repellent. That'd be kind of fun too. So let me see. Breath boost requires an ajuga plant, which I do not have a plot for. Should probably consider doing that. But I think it would also be interesting to get is the shark repellent, just to say that I've at least built one, because it requires me hunting those spiky fish, and I hate those spiky fish. Let's hunt a spiky fish. And while I'm at it, a bunch of other fish because, you know, good eating. I haven't actually gone after some of the bigger fish yet. Some of them might actually be. Ooh, I got a cod. That's a thing. Gotta be careful of the air. Come on. Out, out. Thank you. All right. I did not know I had a plane off of this wreck. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Anything up in the cat? No, jeez. Whole plane and a wreck right off of my coast, and I didn't even notice it. How do you like them apples? Oh God, there's a tiger shark. Let's, or a hammerhead. Let's book it. Oh, I am not doing battle with a shark today. I have taken out one shark ever. You can kill them. They're good eating. Did I ever catch anything in here? Caught a sardine fish. Except it doesn't show the fish in it. I mean, it's kind of cool that that you can deploy those. I kind of wish it would show the fish in it before you went. There we go. I have got myself a lionfish. I have never captured one or killed one of those before. They usually just end up spiking me and poisoning me, and then it's a whole thing. There's another one. Can I get him? Carefully. Yep. Alright, that... Oh, and now I don't feel so good because something bit me. Alright, I'm poisoned. That's a whole thing now. That's become a chore. Alright, let's do that. So in order to fix that, I need one of those. I need one of those. Not enough room in inventory. That's fantastic. Okay, let's drop the fish here. Lots of things to skin. So yeah, this is why I don't like getting anywhere near the things that can poison me, because it's just a bit of a chore to sort this out. Okay. So coconut flask, antidote. Drink the antidote. We're done. It just uses resources. At this point, it just uses resources. Real pain in the neck when it's, you know, out there. Also, though, in order to build the two shark repellents I'm going to want to build out of those, and what I'm going to need... Alright, let's see if I can do this. Coconut flask. Coconut flask. So I got a couple of those because I think I need those for the... One moment, I have to answer my door. Alright, so I am going to continue this in a minute. Alright, here we go. I am going to have to probably put this on hold for the evening because I have to cope with a thing. But before I do that, yeah, I know. Promised that I was going to get to the raft, right? I'm going to do that in a little bit. 5:43, huh? I should be able to do it now. You know what? No, let's see if we can keep doing this for now. So, let us see what it takes to do the shark repellent requires. Oh, it requires an antidote ahead of time and a coconut flask. So you have to make 2 coconut flasks. To make 4 coconut flasks and 2 antidotes. Well, you know what? What the heck? Let's pretend like we have infinite resources and so on and so forth. So, in order to do that, we need a coconut flask. I'm going to need the 2 PP plants too. So let's go deal with that. So this is a little bit more of an expensive thing. But not enough room in inventory. Okay. Okay. We've got a I'm carrying too many things problem here. Let's try this again. We're going to make an antidote, and we're going to grab another of the plants, and we're going to make another antidote. No, we're not. We're going to drop the antidote. We're going to create an antidote. Now we're going to create. So what do we have on us? We need to create another coconut flask and another coconut flask. Now that we've done that, we're standing in an area where we have all of our resources to make a shark repellent and a shark repellent. That's cool. Okay, so now we can say that we have done that particular kind of crafting. I'm not sure under what conditions I'd use a shark repellent yet, but it's at least a thing that I know I can do. Not even sure where I should put that. Maybe over in my consumables area. There we go. And in parallel, I will get all the water that I need to preserve. Now, how are we doing in the fuel department? We are basically done. We are ready. Let's do this thing. All right. We are ready. So we're going to collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is actually one more than I can contain in a stack, but that's all right. So we have the food, we have the fuel that we need, and we don't know how long it's going to last. We have the water that we could use to, I think, probably actually complete the game, but we're not going to do that. We're going to need a hammer. So we're going to repair the craft. We are going to stock up on drinkable water because that's all going to get replenished anyway. We're going to grab a medium crab meat and immediately eat it. And this is it, people. We're going to go for it. We are going to go for what is effectively as close to an end game run as we can without completing the game, because I don't know if we can play the game afterward, and actually while I'm sailing out there I may look that up. So this is it, people. Let's do the thing. Well, let's get our copter rated first, because whoa, yeah, let's get you situated in the middle of the raft. And we are actually stuck on a rock. That's fantastic. Are we stuck on a rock? We're stuck on a rock. Come on. Come on, let's do the thing. Thank you. Oh, there's the we've hit the rock. We hit the rock, we have hit the rock. That's great. In a storm. Because that just makes this a little more exciting than I really want. Going nowhere fast. Whoa, what are you doing, buddy? Holy crap. Nope, that had, whoa. That's exciting. That was really, really exciting. I did not need this level of excitement. Let us, because we were really caught right up on that rock there. That's that one rock outcropping out in the bay that continues to make a nuisance of itself. Okay, we're gonna turn hard, we're gonna turn hard. And we've lost the copter. Literally lost the copter in the ocean at this point because just too much rough ocean. So there's the downside. And that, I think, is where I'm going to... Do I call it here or do I just revert? I'm going to revert, but I'm going to have to let that storm pass. So that's going to give me an opportunity to go and get another drink while I'm waiting for that to pass. Endgame needs to be in the middle of a storm. Right? It totally does, except not when I'm trying to transport a copter out there. That was an unmitigated disaster on several fronts. So... Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Actually, escaping the place should be, it should be like Pirates of the Caribbean 3 level storms and whirlpools and Outer Wilds giant deep swirly tornadoes and the whole the craziness, right? But when I am trying not to lose my copter, it's kind of a bit of a pain. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of bad. All right. So I'm going to let this pass. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to take a 2-minute break and get myself some liquid and deal with some stuff in other rooms. So I'll be back in just a minute. Enjoy the storm. All right, and I'm back. So, actually, I'm not back. I'll be back in about. And I'm definitely back this time. So here we go. Let's consider what it's going to take to actually get us out there. do I actually have in all of these? So, oops. We're gonna need that, we're gonna need that, we're gonna need all of these things. Oh, we don't need all of these, because these are things I don't know where these came from. Okay. I actually don't need the two of those. Let's just take this moment to quickly dump off a few resources. Wow, I have too many. It's calming down. I am gonna cheat, and I'm gonna put this in here because I don't want to brag on another box just yet. I need that in one of these parts in here. In here, yes, okay. Take a quick swig of water because why not? That did not actually refill stuff out of the rain. Maybe it'll happen over the course of the next little while. Let's quickly, I just want to get going. Here we go. Racing like a mad fiend. And I'm a bit of a twit because I forgot the 3 boxes that I do want to bring with me. It rains, but it pours. Yeah, the rain particles do something funky as I move. It's quite true. Okay, let us try. Alright, so we're going to take that, that, and that. You'll have to forgive the slight noises in the background. I've got a cleaning crew doing work in another room, so. Let's quickly. Get this thing on the road, go. Actually, what I want to do is I want to grab a hold of the prop here, drag this back just a hair, get it more centered. And why? Why am I not moving? Yes, I am moving, very slowly. I am actually making progress. Okay, good. I still have that rock out in the middle here to avoid. Where the heck is it? It's right there. I think I bypassed that and not slammed against it like I had happen in the storm. Okay. Get a bearing to northwest. We gotta head a little bit more north first. Now, because I'm taking the chopper with me, I am gonna have to do this the long way, so, yeah. No, that's really too far northwest. Come on. Hard north. Always harder to turn this when there's stuff on board the craft. Rain particles do something funky as you. What will it take? Good weather. Yeah, you're not wrong. The rain particles do something funky as you move. Yeah, well, they're basically kind of cheaty sort of particle sheets, but they've done the cheeky particle sheets well enough that when you're almost fell right off the raft. They did it well enough that it doesn't feel terrible. So let's see here. Let's see here. We are heading roughly north, and we are actually passing by the, almost directly into, in fact, the other one of the creature story beats in the game. Yeah, so we're not sticking around for this. Largely because I've already kind of dealt with this. Oh, hello. He's come back. Ooh, isn't that interesting? You can actually maybe go after some of these, some of the creature story beats more than once. Maybe, actually, I wonder if you could get duplicate... No, you can't get duplicate gyro parts because there's only one set of those. And there's no point in getting duplicate plane parts because there's only one set of those, two effectively, and they don't show up as items. So, particle system is tied to the camera rather than the world, which means as you move, the particles seem to move with you. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, that would make it look weird. They should be tied to the world. Maybe they tried that out, and with the sheet system they were using to make the particles in the first place, it actually looked worse when you were moving. I don't know. It's a good question, to which I have absolutely no useful answer. It's going to be up ahead somewhere, but that's an island. I think I've headed too far northwest again. Wouldn't that be delicious if I got lost on my way out there this time? Having done it twice successfully without a major incident. Oh, that'd be a thing. Alright, so taking a look at the map. Yeah, if I headed a little too far northwest, then that would be that island. So I want to pass on the starboard side of that island, keep it to my port, and then head through the chain of islands. So that's a thing. Should be right through that gap. Yeah. This game has things they could work on, but they definitely, I think, did them in the right order. Maybe. I mean, I would probably play this game if it weren't this pretty. And making it prettier wouldn't make me want to play this game specifically more than other games that have better gameplay. But I don't know where I'm going with that sentence. Maybe over here? Oh, I might get lost on this trip, and that would annoy me. Oh yeah, I'm going way too northeast now. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That just means I have to pass between that island and the one that's up ahead that's very shortly going to be on my starboard side. Hopefully, Mr. Big Bad Ship will show up on the horizon, or I'm going to feel very sheepish. I can't believe this bringing the copter with me thing is actually working. It's just bananas. Oh, there it is. Yep, I see it on the horizon. Perfect. I have done this right. There it is. There's our big bad boy. I did not bring the binoculars, so I can't zoom in for you, but with some effort, maybe you can see it on the horizon. Beautiful. Now, if you recall, I actually left a couple of empty cases out there, so if there are any resources I can take with me, which there aren't a lot, it doesn't have any trees, I can bring those back with me this time around. Do 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 do. Seem to have lost one of my viewers, but that's all right. Whoever you were, thanks for showing up. Free to stop in anytime. Don't have a specific schedule because this ain't my day job. Just like doing it when I like doing it. Almost there, and then we can do a couple of things. I will quickly take the copter up. I just take the copter up myself, straight up to the upper deck as the first leg. I try to keep the fuel usage down to a minimum. That'll enable me to do the repairs without having to run through the bowels of the ship, and then it'll have my copter up there to do the next leg, so that's not any sort of a waste of fuel. Keep in mind, I only have half a tank of fuel, but I'm also not going between islands. I'm just piddling around on this one. So this stream will basically end once I do all the things except the very last thing to do the escape from the island, and where I do a little bit of fly around of the upper, I guess that upper gunnery platform or whatever that is that I couldn't access before. See if I can get into the bridge. Who knows? But I have to call this at some point here. So, here we go. Let's do this thing. So, first things first, we're going to drop off stuff we don't technically need with us. Actually, we're going to need almost all of this with us anyway because, because we're providing supplies. So, okay, but let's save the game now that we're here. Let's pop over here. Let's save the game in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong. Save now, save often, save forever. There's the 2 empties that I brought with me. Let's do this. So I couldn't get up to this level before, so the fact that I can get up to this level right now is actually a good thing. It shows that I can fly up there. But I'm not actually going to do that yet. I'm actually going to land here, on deck, and hopefully minimal fuel used to do it. So that's the thing I'm not going to finish off, because it will literally take one of the clay pots to finish that off. This, though, I am going to use whatever meat I need in order to be able to fill that up. So and I got way too much. That's fine. How many did I have left over? I had 3 left over. So that's cool. I need the hammer to do this. Nope, not that. This. Well, I'm not sure what I have to do here. Okay. I don't know how to do these repairs. Maybe I have to. Oh, maybe I have to fill the fuel up first. Okay. Okay, that's a thing. Let's see what that means. I'm not sure what that means. Where's the fuel? This may not be enough fuel. We'll have to actually see. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I'm only gonna need 2 cans of fuel to do this. Okay. Okay. So, so maybe what I want to do. Maybe I do want to take the risk of what's my water level looking like. It's not great, but I could make it back in time. Okay, let's try this because I can always revert to what I just last saved. I just gotta be careful about not saving until I figure this out. Okay, so I'm going to grab the water supply. Yeah, very dramatic. Will it now let me repair a thing? Rudder pedal. I thought I had all the parts for this, though. Oh, I've got a minor mystery on my hands because I did have the relevant parts effectively back at my camp. Is that a thing? Vehicles. Okay. I'm not sure how to do this bit. I legitimately thought that I was going to be able to just use my hammer on this, but it's not clear that I can. The activate key doesn't seem to be a thing. I can't swing at it with the like the refined hammer. And I'm pretty sure this part of the game has actually been completed, so not sure how I do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up or something, or see if there's a thing that I'm missing that I can build back at the main camp. But in the meantime, let's go do the other reason that I brought the copter all this way. I kind of don't want to land on that pad in case I can't get back up to it, so there we go. No way in there. All right. No way in there either. That's fine. I mean, if this wasn't meant to be meddled with in this way, that's a thing. Oh, it's preventing me from going all the way to the top. That's kind of irritating. And I crashed my copter. That's fine. So I got up in here by hook or by crook, and they didn't even leave me an Easter egg. I am disappointed. I'm not really. I didn't actually expect there to be much up here, but it's kind of funny. Alright, well, let's bail on down, because what I'm going to do is land on my ship again. I'm going to save the game here because I think I have enough water to get back. How are we doing on water? We're doing okay on water. So yeah, I am going to call the stream here. And I'm going to figure out what I have to do in order to actually do any of those repairs. Because that's my way off. And I thought, bring the hammer, because that's what the icon showed. It didn't suggest I needed other materials. And I haven't been clued in as to what I would have to do in order to repair it. So I'm probably going to have to look that up, because there's not enough clues here to make that work. Looks like you have to hunt the monsters again to get the parts again. Again? That, wow, really? Twice? That's hardcore. Okay. Okay, I can do that. This is what Majeric is saying in my chat, is that I have to hunt the monsters again to get the parts again. So that, okay, so yeah, if I were to level a criticism of the game, it's that not enough clues about how to proceed through the game are in the game. You would have to guess that. So yeah, that's something that they could work on. In any case, I've had a lot of fun doing this. When and if I do that final run against, I probably won't stream the monsters again for everybody, because I've already done that. But I will definitely stream the second arrival here when I need to do that part of the game. And this has been a long stream, and so I am going to let you all go, because I have possible other gaming with friends to do, as well as figuring out dinner and other obligations. But this has been a wonderful day streaming with all of you. I will see you next time. I will see you next time in my next stream. It has been delightful. Thank you.